What's up, YouTube? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing, bringing you my 95th ForgER review, TwiisTeD, whose former gamertag was Mafioso214. TwiisTeD is a really good racetrack forger who can make supercross tracks and double wides, and just a variety of racetracks. This first racetrack here is pretty much a double wide, but it is kind of a hybrid because there are a few small terrain sections. This one is called Gears of War track, and honestly there's not really any scenery on it, so nothing about it's really Gears of War-ish that I noticed anyways. I think maybe he just called it Gears of War track so, you know, it might get some recognition. However, it's still a pretty good map. There is a little roller coaster section on it too. However, most of it is double wide. I really like that part right there, that like roller coaster jump through the cave. I think that's cool. It even has a little MX section, I guess you could call this. But it was funny, at one point up here, there was a shield door there, and I got locked up against that next to the barrier, and I was in like first place, and then everyone else was coming up and passing me, just watching me stuck up against the barrier there. But as you can tell, it's a pretty good map. I mean, it's got variety, it's got a little bit of terrain, lots of double wide, a little bit of roller coaster, a little bit of, I guess, supercross and motocross with those whoops at the end. So it's definitely a great track, and it's got some variety in it. The second map here is called Dallas, Texas SX, and he made this one with Cowboys Baby from Transforgers. And this again, just another great map. This is kind of a tiny supercross track. I don't know if you noticed from the overview, a lot of them are pretty big, I guess. They're somewhat spread out. This one's just very small. It's still a pretty good map, and it can still hold 16 people, I believe. I'm not sure if I had a full lobby on this, but however many people I did have, it worked for, and it was a pretty big lobby, so I'm assuming it supports 16. And most of the jumps are pretty consistent. There aren't any jumps that are too big, so it's not too exciting. You see that with a lot of these new supercross tracks. I think they just kind of make smaller jumps because they're easy to make consistent, and that way you can get the map out sooner. But still, it was a good map overall. I really like this next map. It was a whole lot of fun. This one is called Astounded, and he made it with Frederick11. And this map just has lots of jumps on it, and it's really great for battle tracks, which is it's great for race and battle tracks. I played both on it, and it was fun for both, but I figured for the video I would show battle tracks because I have less battle tracks videos than race. I chose to do team lasers as opposed to snipers. I feel like I usually do snipers in my videos, so I thought lasers might work a little better, might be a little different, but it's an incredibly smooth map. It's big, it's spread out, it's got great jumps on it. Pretty much, there's only a few scenery pieces, but they do look really nice. There's a giant ship on the map, like a boat, and there are also two, I believe, like helicopters, kind of. I mean, we've seen those little helicopters. V-Ionize made the first one a long time ago, and lots of people make that type of little helicopter now. But, anyways, it's still a good map, though. It has a little bit of scenery. It's got lots of jumps. That very last, well, the second to last jump there towards the end, the one I just did, didn't work out so well, but all the rest work, you know, really well. That one just, sometimes you land kind of at an endo with your backside up. Right here, my partner didn't realize that when you jump off, you don't get the point if the person on the back's off. So I had to tell him that. I can't remember who was my partner at the time. But, I mean, it ends pretty well, too, and overall, it's just a great map. It's a lot of fun for battle tracks. I think more fun for battle tracks than race. But, anyways, the next map is, I was kind of offended when I played this map. This map is called Not a Double Wide, and then when I got into the game, it was a double wide. So I felt kind of deceived, hurt, lied to, tricked. And so did everyone else in the game, because they're like, oh, this map isn't a double wide. And then when we got in the game, all of us were like, this is a double wide. you know, and they all told me not to review TwiisTeD because he's a goddamn liar. But, you know, even though he's a goddamn liar, I still chose to review him. But, don't be fooled when you play this map, because it's absolutely a double wide map. Everything about it is double wide, not single wide, not SX, not terrain, not city, not anything else. It is double wide. Perhaps a tiny bit hybrid, and maybe a little bit of MX right there. As you can see, I failed one of the MX jumps, but then I ended up landing after a few flips. But this is a good map, even though the title is deceitful and horrible. It's still a great map. It's got some big jumps. It's got that fun little MX section. It's got really smooth turns. Not a whole lot of aesthetics, which is something I really love on maps, because not everyone puts aesthetics in their maps, but I think it's fun. It makes it, you know, nostalgic when you feel like you're driving through, you know, Star Wars or some sort of village or something that you know of, you know, from a show or a movie or whatever it may be, a place in the world. Something. I just love scenery a lot when it's like themed. But anyways, this next map is very smooth as well. This one is a double wide. This one is called Antheo, and this is a good map. Right there, I kind of got knocked off my mongoose. Sorry about that. But people play aggressively. That's what happens when you get a full lobby. It's very hard to get good clips because there's so many people and it gets chaotic and there can be lag. And usually when there's more people, some of the racers are bad, and so they mess everyone else up, especially when they spawn in front of them or knock them off. As you can see, there's people everywhere just doing crazy stuff. I like his maps because a lot of double wides don't have a whole lot of jumps in them. He does add a lot of jumps, and I find that most of his jumps are pretty consistent, but there are a few on a few of his maps that are somewhat inconsistent, and I feel like if he just tweaked those up just a tiny bit, he could make his maps a lot better. That one at the end right there, that last jump, I kind of kept messing up. There's a shield door that kind of pulled me up too far. It lifted my back tires up and my front tires went down while I tried to turn, so that would cause me to spin and flip off the edge. But it did work once in a while, just not consistently enough. And on this map here, it's a great map overall. However, this first double jump section, this is the best I was able to do on it. It's really hard to do that double jump section. I had to do it like 4 times before I could even start my first lap officially because I had to do it. This map is called Anti-Cryptic, and there are several spirals on this map. I think there's 2, but these are the first spirals he's ever made. This is his first attempt ever at making a spiral, and I think he did a good job. There is some scenery. There was that crane lifting the piece up, and I like this map overall. It's really cool. I kind of like some of the last turns on it. However, it's just that one double jump section at the beginning failed like 10 times out of 11 for me, unfortunately. This turn is really cool. It's this little rock turn around a circular piece, but you really kind of got to slow down on that rock turn because it is pretty sharp. And I like the way the map ends. It ends pretty much perfectly. I think he just needs to tweak that double jump. But overall, TwiisTeD is an amazing forger. Please go to his file share and download all of his maps. They're great. Thank you guys very much for watching. Cookie out.